back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, the White March. We're going to head on downstairs and, well, basically leave this place. We've slaughtered the Banshee, I guess. And that was a bit more challenging. Not terribly challenging, but a bit more challenging than the rest of it. So I guess we'll take it. I suppose we'll accept it. Alright, let's leave this place. I don't think there's much of a reason to go slow anymore.
Let's keep going.
I mean, we'll occasionally do that just in case there's something to see, or maybe somebody's like rushed in. What have you done here? We want to take this for pennies on the dollar. Or pennies on the pennies, because technically they are copper pans, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. It's a bit strange. Either way, sup, Naya? What's going on?
Hey, old traveler.
So, have you figured out what all the fuss is about? Yeah, there was some spirit upstairs, but I got rid of it. Oh, wait, what? You mean it was true? She gapes. That place really was haunted? I was so sure that those laborers were just trying to drive my price up. Well, at least I can finally start building. Here, take this for your help. And stop by sometime. I've got big plans for this place. Okay, so 1,000 copper. We lost the evacuation notice and the logbook, and we got a little bit of experience. I'll take it. The Wailing Banshee is complete. Well, they said stop by sometime. I guess we're here. We'll stop by now. We'll see. There was something about a messenger from Defiance Bay showing up at Caed Nua, which is weird. Oh, wow. That she really turned this around quickly. Let's see what this is all about. A Court of Spirits added. Quest expires in 1 day. Okay, a Belt of Chimes. 150 to 300 copper and the treasure. Expires in 24 hours. Okay, southwest of Gilded Vale, travelers have reported a collection of angry spirits gathering near a circle of cracked Adra pillars, which we've been to recently. Those brave enough to venture near the spirits have reported that they appear to be arguing about some long-forgotten legal matters. The locals have quickly learned to take a route that avoids the Adra pillars entirely. More than a few foreign merchants landing on Road's End have fallen victim to the shades. Alright. We're going to go ahead and we're going to send, I guess, Kana, because Haravius is busy. Azura, the prestigious visitor, is leaving eventually. Palace Messenger is a prestigious visitor as well. We probably need to head back to Caed Nua here soon.
I shall be discreet.
How do you like what I've done with the place? She dusts her hands on her clothing. The rooms are still under construction, but I can get you food and drink if you like. Well, show me what you got. Hey, you have quite a fair few things. It's mildly impressive. And some camping supplies. I'll take one of those. And I will trade you for some random junk that I probably have laying around. Not sure where I have it laying around, but I imagine I have it laying around. Alright, we're going to actually get rid of these. We have a fair few of those. That's fine. Let's just trade that. Okay. Well, let's let's get out of here. Is there anyone in here that I should be aware of? Apparently I can just loot this and it's totally fine. Oh, nobody's there. I feel like I don't need to run to all these various different places. Oh, we're just able to steal whatever we want. Okay. With a reckless abandon, I suppose that is the price she will pay for us having done the things that we've done. Also, it's weird that, like, if everybody thought it was haunted, and you know, indeed it was haunted, wouldn't people be very, very reluctant to return to the place? Just because somebody said it's no longer haunted? I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit of a strangity. A little bit odd. For lack of a better term. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, well the builders are building, and yeah. Stuff is happening. Ah, okay, that explains it. That's why we couldn't get up to the very top. Okay. Okay. Alright, well, let's get out of here. Let's head to whatever else is in Andra's gift. And yeah, we'll move on from there. I think that's a fairly legitimized thing to do. Probably. Maybe. There's a definite probability that maybe we should do that. Huh? Add a little extra there. Alright, so Andra's gift, and once that's done, I guess we return to the Crucible Knights. We turn in whatever that quest was. And we head down to Brackenberry. And once we're there, we go through and do whatever we can there. And then eventually we're going to end up in the catacombs. We know that that's like the end game, so to speak. For Defiance Bay, at least. So, definitely on our to-do list. Captain won't be happy to hear about this.
I shall do as you ask.
Well, that's true.
What you ask is done.
What did I just get? Oh, pearl and an opal. What's up, Marceno? This young, lanky sailor is wringing his cap anxiously, sweat beading on his furrowed brow. His eyes widen as you approach. He takes a few steps forward.
Welcome.
If you've a moment, you're not from around here, right? You don't look like you're from the docks. He looks around nervously. I could use your help. What's the problem? Oh, thank you. They weren't lying, saying you're a kind-hearted sort. He runs a hand through his hair nervously. It's the captain, or rather, not the captain himself, but his chest. Or his sea chest. He keeps all his valuables in there, tucked away safe. I was unloading it with the rest of the things. What with us staying in port a couple days, and I might have gotten a little distracted. Marceno nods toward the buildings nearby. I wasn't gone long, just an hour at the salty mast. But when I got back, the chest was gone. He sets a pleading look on you. It really hasn't been that long. Whoever took it can't be far, but the ship's changed, and I'm on watch. I can't sneak off to look for it, and the captain will kill me if he hears of it. I'll get strung up on the yardarm. Please, if you can get it back for me, I swear by the flame I'll make it worth your while. You can have my pay. I won't be spending it if Captain Fortinero finds out anyway. Any idea where the thieves could have taken it? Well, the chest itself is pretty heavy. Nobody I've asked has seen it getting carried around either. I figure they must have snuck it off somewhere nearby, just out of sight. They can't have gone far. There's a pretty good lock on it, too, so I'm hoping that they haven't got to open it. Unless they take an axe to it, I suppose. Oh, gods. He takes a deep breath. If they got it open, I'm really done for. What makes you think I'm the sort, or I'm not from around here? Sailor looks up at you. He opens his mouth to speak, then thinks better of it. It's just a hunch. You're a sailor? Yes, sir. I signed on about a half a year back. The pay's decent, and the sight of the sun coming up over the sea, I wouldn't give that up for anything. He sighs. I just wish I had asked around about the captain first. Alright. All hands on deck. Well, I have yet to find a super chest thing.
Fire casts light in dark places.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places. What's up, sailors? The sailor gives you a once-over, sizing you up. And our ship's been dry for months. I could use a stiff drink. Or drink stiff enough to wake a dead man. Words. I can, yeah.
Place
Stuff.
gets my blood beating in all the right places. And what
So
does the
many
flame
spirits,
reveal?
yet so few awakened.
Yeah. So many spirits, yet so few awakened. It's always bittersweet sailing from home, but seeing exotic locations is a decent enough trade-off.
Ready, Watcher.
I wonder, or it's a wonder we didn't riddle our bow full of holes trying to anchor. Trying to anchor near those cursed Adra levees. The sailor looks around him with eager attention and a confident smile. Some payday this turned out into. Gosh, I don't know, guys and gals. It's a model. An old man paces the docks and looks out over the water. He's fussing over something large and round, which he constantly shifts from one hand to the other. You're not certain whether his wide-eyed, gape-mouthed expression marks surprise or fear. It seems he isn't either. You don't look like a guard. He examines you and your equipment more closely. Say, you wouldn't be interested in making some coppers, would you? He shows you the object in his hand. It's a large round opal with Engwithan runes carved into it. It glistens with his sweat. See the ship that went down over there? I've been looking for someone to help me recover the missing cargo. Tell me about the cargo. He licks his lips. Well, we started in Cold Morn, and we're making our way down the river, loading and unloading as we went. Business as usual. What exactly happened? He massages the opal in his clammy palm. When we reached Ina's Rest, we may have agreed to take on a few crates from some place called Cleobon's Rylag? I got nothing. A couple of lads snuck a peek at the cargo, saw suits of armor and a broken scepter. He shrugs. I don't know why anyone would want a broken anything, but these animancers will buy dirty stockings if you say they came from the ruins. He closes his hand around the opal in a white-knuckled grip. We were almost to Defiance Bay when the screaming started. Now, I've seen my share of barroom brawls, but this sounded different. I was topside with the captain, but he and the first mate went below decks to see what all the commotion was about. They didn't come back. I looked into the hold. He shudders. I saw one of those suits of armor walking around all by itself. It was covered in blood. When it saw me, it started running for the hatch, so I closed it. He squeezes his eyes shut. How did the ship get here? He rolls a stone between his hands. I'm just a deckhand, but I was the only one left. I piloted the ship as best I could, but I hit rocks as we were passing Brackenbury. I barely made it to Andra's gift before I had to jump overboard and swim for the docks. I had given up the cargo, not to mention the payday, when one of the lads pulled this up in his nets. He shows you the opal again. It's part of that scepter. From what I recall, there were 3 other pieces, and I'd bet anything they're somehow or somewhere in the shallows too. If anyone could find them, there'd be profit to follow. What happens if I find the rest? Those creatures you described sound like animants. They were probably guarding the relic. Well, whatever they were, they cut down the rest of the crew like straw dummies. I doubt a little salt water would have rusted them any. And what happens if I find the rest? You find the missing pieces of the artifact, and I've got an animancer friend from my expeditions who will find you a stack of coppers. He scratches his beard. All I want out of this is a few hundred pans for my lost payday. If that sounds fair to you, then I'll give you the stone and the name of my contact once you have everything else. Immodal, regards the opal again. Seeing as the kid dredged the stone up in his net, I'd wager you could probably find the missing pieces out in the shallows during low tide. About that Engwithan relic. Yes, do you have any other idea where your animancer friend wants it? Do you have any idea why? She was always tinkering with these things back when we were young. I used to think she was the fool, retiring to some dusty study in Brackenbury. But after that horror on the boat, I'm thinking she made the wiser choice. Have you seen anyone come this way carrying a large chest? Come to think of it, I did. He points to the east. They went that way. Couldn't have gone far. How's business? He spits into the water. I'll be glad to sail when the captains who are more careful about their cargo from now on. Sure. I don't give a worm's wings about the Duke's trafficking laws, but I'm too old to fight ancient horrors. He takes a deep breath of the salty air. I just want to enjoy the my twilight years, doing an honest day's work. Tell me about Andra's gift. He scratches the sunburned scalp. We've got docks, fishing, and steady ship traffic. All this, he waves at the listing shanties crowded against one another. This sprang up around the docks. It's a poorest district in Defiance Bay, but one of the liveliest. He grins. And for lively, nothing beats a salty mast. You do better to ask a younger man than me if you want to know about that place. He nods toward a large, round building to the east. Model doesn't sound like a Deer Wooden name. It's because it isn't. It's from the Ixamital Plains, a broad savanna north of the Deerwood. Not so different from the ocean in a way. There are places where you can stand and turn a full circle and see nothing but the winds making waves in the grass. He watches the surf lapping against the wrecked boat. But at moments like this, I wonder what business a plainsman like me had to take him to the water. Well, fare thee well. I suppose we'll get some clandestine cargo, but It does appear that we need to head east, and I suppose we'll do that. Let's talk to Cartugo.
Hail, traveler.
Come, take a look at my wares. Exotic goods shipped straight from the Republics and Old Valia. Show me. Ooh, what are these? They don't seem that bad, but it's actually kind of funny. The Ring of Wonder. 1 to Constitution, Might, and Resolve. Grants second chance upon unconscious. Interesting. That's also not too bad. The Belt of Stelgare. Less knockdown. Okay. The Amulet of Jokate. Jokate. Jokote? Jokote. I got nothing. It's fine. Cloak of the Tireless Defender. Modifies recovery. Or constant recovery. Cool. The Brishal Gwyn Mindmaker. Focus gain. Wild Strike Belt. Grants Wild Strike Burn on Spirit Shift. We got some dragon meat, some dragon eggs, and a bunch of scrolls, potions. Vithrak Brain, which we actually do need. I don't know how many of these we're going to find. So I'm going to buy one of those. Some Awakened Adra. A whole bunch of stuff. Look at all this stuff. A beagle! I had to buy the beagle. Sorry, guys and gals. Alright, so we're going to trade that, are we? We are, and we're going to trade it for all the rando junk that we have just chilling here. Oh, sorry. Okay. It's fine, I suppose. And boom, and boom. Alright, we're going to get rid of the Weathered Grimoire. The Mercenaries Grimoire. We're going to keep all the rest of these. Alright, so we're getting money, I believe. Which I feel pretty okay about. I'm relatively curious about some of these things, but that's okay. Kind of want the Ring of Wonder. It's expensive, though. Yeah, you know, I think I'll buy it. Let's see, we'll trade some fine stilettos. Maybe a pike and a mace and a couple of these swords and this hatchet. A couple of these swords because we have a whole bunch. A spear. I still have to pay him quite a bit. It's okay. We'll end up having to pay him a little bit less as we go through some more of this stuff. We have an awful lot of these. Which is, again, okay, I suppose. Ah, now he's paying me for the ring. Alright, good. Alright, so we made money, and we ended up getting some cool stuff. I believe Adair could probably use that a bit more. Yeah, then we get rid of... maybe, maybe not. I feel like getting him Constitution, Might, and Resolve is not as useful. Now, I could definitely take it. I don't really use that anymore, so I suppose I'll take it. So now, technically, I have a multitude of things that I can do, which is a bit weird. I'll take the pledge, I guess. It's fine. Okay, moving right along. He's just basically a salesman, I suppose. Anyone make it out alive? I found some chicken. Surrounded by scattered planks, it isn't clear whether the skiff has been half built or abandoned, or cannibalized for lumber. I'd like to say probably both. Okay, we got the crate. Oh boy.
Easy now.
It looks like we may have upset a few fair things. Alright. Hi! Would you like to play? You would? Good, because we're going to play. Alright, I gotta come. I wonder how terrible this is gonna end up going. We're gonna do one of these. I'm gonna scoot in here with you. Going to hit you with that. You should already be attacking, as should you. Okay. And then we're gonna go with you and a little shielding action there. Okay, let's do a little bit of that. Let's do maybe a sunbeam here. That's okay.
That's not very helpful.
He just summoned a smaller version of himself. Do you see that? Splashing water all over us. We're already drenched. What do you expect to accomplish here? Ooh, look at that. Gwithin shield. Nice. Oh, what does this say? Muscles cling to the bricks and planks. Their shells sharp enough to cut flesh. Fun times. And Gwithin Scepter shaft. Did I get that too beforehand? I don't know. I'm guessing not. We did just update something, so let's see here. Not the Wailing Banshees. Built to last. Nope, that wasn't it either. What was it called? Clandestine Cargo, that's it. Find the missing pieces. I found a piece of the broken relic. Looks like the other parts are still missing. Alright.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out. Easy now.
Let's get folks into the right position here, because there's bound to be some more nasty things that want to kill us. And we got ourselves a Gwithin Scepter base. Find the pieces. I found 2 pieces. They seem to fit, but something else is still missing.
I'm on the trail.
Keeping an eye out.
Well, this is interesting. I don't think there'd be really
Something here calls to me.
like all this stuff going on. Oh, yeah, we got some pearls and all sorts of other crazy stuff. Alright, ladies and gents, I think I'm going to chill right here, and that's going to be pretty much it for the episode. In the next episode, we'll continue down in the shallows, probably going toward this horrible thing, and see what we can find, figure out, and, of course, to finish up, we'll go visit the Salty Mast, which is questionable at best, or at least it seems like it'll be questionable at best. Anyway, until the very next episode, folks, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.